It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on Rachaad White. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Buccaneers and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
On second down, Baker toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On now, it's Carlos Santos for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And that'll move the sticks. That's a first down. Down to the 45-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Baker gonna hand it to White, and he'll get about 5. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The man in motion here is Chark. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The man in motion here is Chark. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Here's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got the... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bucs have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Give it right up the middle. And here's Johnson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go again with Johnson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here comes Otten in motion. Baker to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle with White. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing is Baker. Taking off, he'll carry that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bears have it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 1st and 10. Now Williams. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll run. Johnson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Torrey Taylor now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll find his running back, White. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run over center with White. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to White. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
So after 1, 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Tristan Wirfs, former 1st-round pick, with the flag. From the pistol, a give to White. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. 1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. He's going to look downfield once again. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On third down, it's White. And he's going to have a Buccaneers first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 1st and 10. The man in motion here is Chark. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Irving's got a first down, still going. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The man in motion here is Chark. On 1st down is Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment. Defense. Still 2nd down.
The man in motion here is Chark. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Open man's got it. That's Chark.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Pass brought in by Chark. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on.
Powering forward. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs move out on top, 14-0. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Bears 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down. The man in motion here is Chark. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a 1st down at the 44-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That is caught downfield by Odunze. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The Bucs offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Credit him for trying to escape. The defense, though, was on that, and finally, they bring him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. The man in motion here is Chark. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Baker to throw. A short one there to Otten. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now Williams. Now a screen set up for Johnson.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Throwing again, Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. Williams to the air once more. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. Jamel Dean that time, all over him in coverage. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw it again, it's Williams. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught. It's Amari. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Williams to throw on second down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Bears are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
At their own 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He's going to look downfield for Chark. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the Jets who were able to come away with the win at home. Jordan Travis, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Dak Prescott leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Bryce Young, sharp in the victory as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Cooper with the grab. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On second down, a run with Johnson. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Buccaneers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Irving. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge gain.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. Pass brought in by Chark. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 1st down is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
At the Bears' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield.
Mayfield's pass incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bucs will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And that is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And now it's fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A give. This is Irving. Irving's got a first down, still going. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Open man's got it. That's Chark.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
second and 7.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment. Defense. Still second down.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
First down, Bears.
A give, and here comes Williams. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He's got his big target, Everett. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
The Bucs take over first.
The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. There's that man again, another catch. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
His throw left side is complete.
Complete to DJ Shark.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A play fake. Now Williams. He finds his big tight end, Everett. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. It's another run here for Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
That one off the right upright and in. It's good. Wow. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
The second down throw is incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This is taken at his own 30. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A give, and here's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Baker to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw is Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. They get 24 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, here's Irving. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Oh, a loose football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Tight end going in motion here. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Bears offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Johnson. Not much there. Stopped short of the 20. 2nd down and 8. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still 2nd down.
Off play action. Here's Williams. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. The man in motion here is Chark. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with Irving. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Right back to Irving.
Irving, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Scott now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Williams. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Now, faking the give. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
2nd and 3 at the Bears' 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. They'll wind up getting 7 on 4th and 3.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd down, 3 to go. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll go. It's Johnson. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed as they have the advantage here in the 4th. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll go again here with Irving. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.